Okay, hello everyone. So today I'm going to share with you guys how you can actually approach the GPP workout for tomorrow. Now for the GPP workout for tomorrow, there are going to be 4 different sections. I decided not to write out the menu on the board because you can actually set it on WhatsApp. So basically, you guys can actually use the YouTube video together with WhatsApp itself, so you can have a more comprehensive understanding of how to perform the workout itself. So down here, we write the key points to actually help you further understand how you can approach the workout better. All right. So for part one, basically for the pull-ups itself, it is an accumulation format, which means, let's say, if you are able to perform a certain number of pull-ups as your max, you need to accumulate pull-ups to hit a certain number. I give you for example. So let's say if you have less than 5 pull-ups, you're supposed to accumulate 20 reps itself. So as a result, this accumulation of reps actually help you to, number one, give you some volume work, and then at the same time work on some lactic acid buffering itself, so that when you test for your 1 rep max later on, you can push that much harder itself. So how you can actually approach this workout, basically, the whole idea is you want to do big sets. Okay, you maybe hit your PR for the first set. It doesn't matter, right? The whole idea is this still part of training, to push it, but push to training repetition failure. That means, right, basically, if you find that you cannot do one more proper rep, the chin cannot go over the bar, then stop. Okay, you want to do quality reps. That's the key. All right, so use big sets of that. Make sure you go all the way, perform big sets, and then you will take a 90-second rest in between. This 90 seconds is crucial. You really need to time it. It's because it will contribute to the lactic acid buffering. If you rest for too long, it's not going to work itself. All right, so this program itself is unlike the one that we do that, we say you can do pull-ups throughout the day. This one is slightly different. This one it involves the density itself. All right, so you need to take into account the rest time is important because it helps to develop lactic acid buffering. Other than that, pretty much it's quite straightforward. You just really need to get used to the buffering of the lactic acid. You're going to feel the burn, but it's fine. For those of you who are doing your TRX rows or your kettlebell rows, same thing. There's a designated rep scheme available on the purple notes itself. Basically, you're supposed to hit anywhere between 60 to 100 reps itself. So you can go take a look at it. Same format itself, take bigger sets. Let's say if you feel that your form is going off, rest for 90 seconds, go again. Bam, big sets itself. All right. So that's the whole idea for part A. Now for part B, basically, we are doing get up and overhead press. And why overhead press is because right now we introduce it's a nice transition to the next phase, whereby we are going to throw in a bit of overhead press, which you haven't done for this phase itself. So unlike the last Saturday, whereby we actually try to include the push presses into your get ups itself, this time round is different. We are going to perform the get up, that means go up, come down on the left, and then on the right. Then after that, you do your overhead presses. So there are 2 different exercises, but you alternate the get up and the presses for each set. So that means you do get up, press, get up, press, get up, press. All right. So it's a nice introduction. So basically, why we don't incorporate it within the get up itself, because right now we're trying to move towards a slightly easier week, which is why we split it up. We don't make things that tough. We want to recover for next week itself. All right. Part C, basically we are only doing 3 sets. Okay. We're doing the Bulgarian split squat. Once again, the reps definitely will be high, but the total volume will be low. So the focus on the Bulgarian split squat BSS basically is really the tempo, because I see a lot of you actually are performing the Bulgarian split squat very fast. Bulgarian split, I know that the weight itself is probably light for a lot of you, which is why we play around with the tempo itself. The tempo allows you to manipulate the resistance and the intensity of the exercise. So do take into account the tempo itself. Go slow down, pause at the bottom for a while, and then come up again explosively. All right, that's going to help. It's going to change things up a lot. For push-ups itself, we are closing to the test, which is why we're doing a 40 seconds, as many repetitions as you can push up. So this is the pacing for a 1 minute test. It really gives you the confidence booster that, hey, I'm actually ready for it, So it gives you a confidence booster, and at the same time, it works on, same thing, help you to build a little bit of lactic acid buffering give you some confidence overall for your test itself. So pretty much that's for part C. You can rest as much as you need, about 2 to 3 minutes. I think it's fine. If your push-up numbers from the first set to the third set, it drop, it doesn't really matter because ultimately it is with 2 to 3 minutes of rest, worth of rest, it may not be enough if you are going at such an intense effort itself. So it's definitely normal for your reps to drop. But let's say, hey, if it's not dropping, probably, it gives you the chance to play around. It probably means you can push a little bit harder. Who knows, right? So it really gives you a chance to work on it. Now for part D itself, this is the interesting one. So you're going to do basically there's no error. It's really true. So you're going to do four rounds of 10 single arm swing on each arm, 10 burpees. Then after that, you're going to do 2 rounds of 10 single arm swing on each arm, 10 burpees, and then one more set of 2 rounds of 10 single arm swing on each arm and 10 burpees. Why? So it's because if you look at the timing on 7 April, 7 April is basically the first session that we've done, that so-called small little test, which is 8 rounds of 10 single arm swings on each arm and 10 burpees. So we actually split it up into 4-2-2. Alright? And in between each set, we are going to take a 60 seconds rest. So the whole idea why is because we want to work on your pacing itself. Look at your timing on the 7th of April and strategize how you want to beat that timing itself. Because right now, we'll definitely be stronger, we are smarter, we can definitely do better. So strategize, how fast you're going to go each round, and this whole training cell, yes, we're working on work capacity, but at the same time, we're working on strategizing on how we can beat the timing on the actual day itself. So look at the timing. My advice is you divide, based on the timing itself, you divide, alright? You divide into splits and they say, okay, maybe I want to take, say, 5 seconds off every set. Alright, develop a game plan. How much rest you want to have in between, and then go for it. So the first set will be four rounds. That will be a good place to test, long enough to test, when you should be resting, and whether you can keep going at the split itself. Then in between the 4, the 2, and the 2, there is a 1 minute rest. That 1 minute rest shouldn't be considered, and you should take that into consideration when you are doing your splits itself. So basically, your true timing when you add the splits itself together should not take into account the 1 minute rest. The whole idea is, it's just like your 4 times, your like 1K, your 1000 meter times 5 when you're training for your 5000 meter race, correct? Let's say we do a 1000 meter times 5 interval run. You want to run at your desired 5K pace, and then you rest, then you go again. So basically, you need to know that, wow, this is the pace that you are going at. There is still that 1 minute break in between. So on actual day, you need to definitely push harder. So my advice is, if you look at your timing on 7th April, decide what split you want to do. Let's say maybe each round you are doing, say, 1 minute and 30 seconds. And you say, okay, I want to better the time. I want to take 5 seconds off each round, which is 40 seconds off. So make sure that when you perform this splits itself, maybe go about 7 to 10 seconds faster, so that it gives you that bit of buffer when I remove your 60 seconds rest itself. Something to play around with. If you have any questions on this itself, do ask me on Zoom, or basically you can text me or WhatsApp me itself. So yeah, pretty much that's all for GPP. Any questions, contact me.